Jammu and Kashmir are two beautiful places where you must visit at least once in your lifetime. Jammu is known for the rich topography and has some of the best snow hills and even meadows and orchards with the mountain breeze that gives a vibe of freshness that you may not find elsewhere. There are so many popular tourist attractions of Jammu that surely would range from the sites that are religious to the palaces that are quite grand. Well, from February till June, tour in Jammu is quite at peak. With huge scenic mountains and mouth-relishing food in the company of loving people, Jammu's tour is the best to explore. Vaishno Devi Mandir, Mansar Lake, Bahu Fort, Raghunath Temple, Amar Mahal and Purmandal are some of the best options to explore. History of Jammu, the winter capital. Jammu city is nestled against the backdrop of the Shivalik and Trikuta ranges. This city of temples is home to some of the most popular Hindu shrines that draw devotees from across the world. Jammu city is also a cultural hub offering travelers a glimpse of the rich art craft along with native delicious cuisine, urging you to explore this tourist destination. Jammu city makes for an ideal pilgrimage holiday destination in India. The main attraction for the Hindu devotees here include Raghunath Temple, which has the largest complex in North India, Ranbireshwar Temple, Pier Kho Cave Temple, Mahamaya Temple and the Panchbhakhtar Temple. For Sikh devotees, Jammu houses one of the oldest and most popular shrines of northern India, the Nangli Sahib Gurudwara. Best places to visit in Jammu, Mubarak Mandi Palace. Mubarak Mandi Palace is one of the famous tourist attractions in Jammu and was constructed over a period of 150 years. This magnificent structure served as the main seat of the rulers of the Dogra dynasty until 1925. With its columns, domes and arches, it is an imposing sight to come across and is full of grandeur. A part of the palace, now known as the Pink Hall, has now been converted into a museum called the Government Dogra Art Museum and is known as one of the richest museums of the country. It contains a precious collection of Dogra art, coins, jewelry, oil paintings, portraits, manuscripts belonging to various eras and a gold-plated bow and arrow of Emperor Shah Jahan. Top things to do in Mubarak Mandi Palace: admire the architecture, visit the Pink Hall Museum. Timings of museum: winter 10 am till 4:30 pm, summer 8 am till 1 pm, closed on Mondays. Raghunath Temple. The Raghunath Temple complex consists of 7 temples, each of which captivates the tourists with their outstanding architecture. Each of these 7 enormous temples is topped with lofty spires, called shikaras in the local language. A portrait of Maharaja Ranbir Singh sits at the entrance of the temple, along with a portrait of Lord Hanuman. The other shrines display various reincarnations of Lord Vishnu. Another shrine, which is dedicated to Lord Surya, contains various forms of God. The interior walls of this famous religious attraction in Jammu is wrapped by gold sheets on 3 sides. Inside the temple there is also a gallery which houses various lingams, or phallic-shaped forms of Lord Shiva. And on top of them, saligrams are placed. An unusual feature of the Raghunath Temple is that almost all the image of Hindu gods and goddesses are found inside. The temple came into limelight when it was attacked in the year 2002. Vaishno Devi Temple. The Vaishno Devi Temple is an important Hindu temple dedicated to Vaishno Devi located in Katra at the Trikuta mountains. The temple is one of the 108 Shakti Pithas dedicated to Durga, who is worshipped as Vaishno Devi. It is one of the most visited pilgrimage centers of India. While on the way near the Trikuta mountain is the Banganga river. It is said that Vaishno Devi shot an arrow at the ground and brought forth the Ganga river to quench Hanuman's thirst. After Hanuman disappeared, Vaishno Devi washed her hair in the water. The Banganga river is also known as the Balganga river, since Bal means hair and Ganga is synonymous with the holy Ganga river. After Banganga is the Charan Paduka temple. Vaishno Devi stood on a rock to look at Bhairavnath before her escape, and this rock supposedly contained her footprints. Her footprints are worshipped in this temple. After having a darshan of Charan Paduka, pilgrims come across the Ardha Kumbhari temple. Vaishno Devi meditated in this cave for 9 months, just like how a baby stays in its mother's womb for 9 months to escape Bhairavnath. After having a darshan of Ardha Kumbhari, the pilgrims go to the Bhairavnath temple. It is said that after Vaishno Devi killed Bhairavnath, Bhairavnath realized his mistake and pleaded for forgiveness. Pilgrims go inside the temple to have a darshan of the 3 Pindikas, rocks, which represent Vaishno Devi. Vaishno Devi online booking. The Mata Vaishno Devi Shrine Board has started the process of online Yatra registration to make the process easy and manageable for devotees. It is to be noted that this Yatra slip is free of cost and will need to be presented at Banganga Yatra check post on your arrival to undertake the Yatra to the Holy Cave Shrine, else you will not be permitted. The Yatra Parchi is valid for a full day to cross Banganga check post. Vaishno Devi Temple timing. The Vaishno Devi Temple in Jammu and Kashmir is open to the devotees throughout the year for pilgrimage. The temple premises can be entered from 5 am till 12 pm, after which the temple is shut down and again opened from 4 pm till 9 pm. The traditional Aarti, which is the main reason for huge queues in the Vaishno Devi Darshan, takes place both in the mornings and evenings, right before sunrise and sunset. Best time to visit Vaishno Devi Temple. Although the Vaishno Devi, Jammu is open to pilgrims throughout the year, the best time to visit is during the months of March to June, and then from October to November. Services available from Katra to Vaishno Devi. There is no taxi or private car service to Mata Mandir. The only service available is horse pony ride, may take 3 to 4 hours one way. Palki may take 5 to 6 hours, one person in one palki only. Helicopter from Katra to top, but 3 kilometers away. From Mandir, for rest 3 kilometers you will have to walk or take horse. Remember, if you are going to book helicopter ticket, please book in advance, 3 months before, when the booking starts. Mansar Lake. Mansar Lake is located about 20 kilometers from Samba town in Jammu and Kashmir, on the bypass between Samba and Udhampur. This magnificent lake is bordered by a forest of pine trees and attracts tourists both for its natural beauty and the various exciting activities on offer. It attracts pilgrims and devotees in large numbers and is regarded with the utmost significance by the locals because of its connection to the sacred Mansarovar Lake in Tibet. A popular tourist attraction at the lake is the shrine of Sheshnag, the Lord of Serpents, located on the eastern bank of the lake. Besides sightseeing and spirituality, you can also enjoy a boat ride on the lake and watch the numerous fishes splashing around in the water. Visiting timings: 7 am to 5 pm. Bahu Fort. This is another popular fort that you may want to explore. It is said to be the right combination of ancient endowment with the contemporary structure. Located in the middle of nature, it is said to be an idyllic place in Jammu to visit with your loved ones. Purmandal Temple. Purmandal Temple is a holy site and a historic temple located about 30 kilometers to the east of Jammu, on the banks of the Devika river. This sacred destination is also known as Chota Kashi and serves as a site for studying ancient history. Visited by thousands of devotees around the world every year, this famous religious attraction in Jammu and Kashmir is associated with some fascinating history. The presiding deity of the temple is Umapati, or goddess Parvati. The temple also draws praises from the tourists for its outstanding stone architecture. A famous fair known as Purmandal Mela is also held here every year during February for 3 days. Best time to visit Jammu city. It can be visited round the year. The best season to visit Jammu is winter season from October to Feb. Climate in Katra. Summer season, April to June. Summers in Jammu city are very hot with 40 degrees Celsius. However, the city attracts a lot of pilgrims from late May to June because of the famous Amarnath Yatra. The city celebrates one of the most famous cultural festivals during the month of April, Baisakhi. Monsoon season, July to August. Regular rainfall from July to September brings some respite from the summer heat, but the weather remains hot and humid. Winter season, September to March. This season sees huge crowd taking up every bit of space in the city. This is the best time to visit Jammu when the weather is pleasant and favorable to go sightseeing. Things to buy in Jammu. You can shop for dry fruit and spices, antique silver jewelry, pashmina shawls, papier mach products, and carpets, to name a few that are worth to buy. The carpets are well made from the natural product under the finest workmanship, which is why you will not be disappointed at all. Best food in Jammu. Jammu has got many incredible restaurants for you to enjoy. Talking of which, you can have kasrod, fiddlehead fern, Rajma Chawal, kidney beans and rice, Kaladi Kulcha, and Nutri Kulcha, to name a few that you may not get elsewhere but are worth to try out. By air, the nearest airport is the Jammu Domestic Airport, which is well connected to all the metropolitan cities of the country. By train, the Jammu Tawi railway station is very well connected to all the major railway stations in the country. The main city center is only 4 kilometers away, and buses, autos and rickshaws are available for hire at all times. By road, direct buses, both AC and non-AC, connect Jammu city to major cities like New Delhi, Ludhiana, Amritsar, Shimla and Manali, among others. Private taxis are also available for Jammu from nearby cities. Jammu city distance from major cities of India: Shimla to Jammu 415 kilometers, Manali to Jammu 416 kilometers, Delhi to Jammu 626 kilometers, Jaipur to Jammu 883 kilometers.